Are we live? Yes, we are. Hello, live streamers. Hope everyone is well today. I'm not outside shooting because we got some heavy rain. So I thought I'd take a moment out and show you a little bit of my workspace. I picked up an extra monitor yesterday, a 4K monitor that I got a great deal on it. And I had uh, Boris, who knows all these technical things, work on it a bit and to make sure that everything was functioning properly. There's Boris in his laboratory, looking at the monitor, making sure everything is working fine. Yeah, by the way, thank you all for showing up today. It's always a pleasure to feel that there's somebody on the other side. And that we're having a one-way conversation for now until I figure out how to do the chat stuff. But I just thought I'd show you a little bit of my video workflow as it rains outside. Yeah, it's been one of those days. I love this barn right next door. Unfortunately, all my neighbors have passed away from COVID. It's a tragedy. So let me go through a little bit of this before we go to the technical stuff. So this I found in one of the barns. It belonged to my great grandfather, and I guess they carried stuff. Oh, it's made out of pure hard wool, and they carried corn and all sorts of produce in it. And from that barn, which kind of fell apart, I used these pieces here to make a frame. So I have a really good chair, that I brought from the United States for my back, but I also use the ball. So I go between the ball and the chair. This is a Herman Miller chair or something like that. Costs a bloody fortune. My straw hat, it actually belonged to my uncle. He was an amazing ballet dancer. His name was Borislav, and he was amazing. Borislav Milenkovic. I found these bags of plastic, and it's like Yugoslav white sugar, 50 kilos. Yugoslav is the former Yugoslavia. And before they all separated. Now it's Serbia, Croatia, Montenegro, and well, 6 in all. I have a picture of my daughter and my stepdad. It's a nice shot. Next to this is a battle axe, and I painted it pink in memory of my sister, Lori, who fought the fight of cancer. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So I promise not to say so much. So I got to work on that. this here is my main monitor. So, and I put the tools on this monitor. This is DaVinci Resolve. And of course, this is for video. And yesterday, we got this guy going. This is a 4K monitor, and this is a 2K monitor. This way, when I work, I can actually see a 4K image because I'm shooting with a Sony FX30 cinema camera. And what's the point of shooting a 4K camera when you're not seeing 4K back? It's going to be a little weird, kind of like working here and then turning here, working here, turning here. But it was a lot of fun yesterday getting the monitor to and from Boris's. So after he did what he did, I put it there's some nasty stuff going on inside. But, so I put it in my front in the passenger seat, and I put the seatbelt on. And I thought that was pretty funny. But these things are sensitive and you can't mess around with it. I have a keyboard here. It's not wireless because I always have problems with wireless keyboards. And there is this slot thing that takes the cards and goes into a Mac M1 Mini. That's back there. And the wireless mouse. I have a picture here of my beloved Coco. She was amazing. She was a just amazing dog. She was a therapy doggy for a lot of people, including children in the cancer hospital in New York City. They used to come over and play with her and take a break from cancer. She had one eye and it got torn out by a cat, a crazy cat in the city next to a container. And she was 14 years old. When she passed away, I was just feeling terrible, just awful. And I'm a believer in the afterlife and sending someone a signal that, hey, everything's okay on this side. And I thought, there's no signal from her. But lo and behold, 2 days after that, while I'm standing in line, I bought one of those chocolate eggs. I never do that. I never buy chocolate eggs. But that day I did. And there's a little toy in it. So I'm like, whatever. So I opened it up and I looked at the toy, and the toy is this little thing here with one eye. And I was like, oh my God, that's a sign. It made me so happy. This DaVinci Resolve editing suite, it's difficult. It's really difficult. I struggle with it all the time. I'm constantly having to go to YouTube and figure out what's this thing, and like, I'm not good at it, but I'm okay. The other day, I was looking at what I shot on a gimbal I picked up called the Manfrotto gimbal, and I went into the cherry fields, and so basically, this shot here that you see, I'll play for you. See how it started. starts from the bottom and goes all the way up. That was done on a pole, a Manfrotto pole. Basically, not a pole, but one of those. It's a movie. It's a cinema monopod. Cinema monopod. And then I did some other stuff with it. Let me show you. Cool, eh? Let me play one more time. Again, that was the top of the tree. So I had it really high on a pole, and I was like just winging it. So yeah, that's my workspace. You know, it's everyone's got their own place. You know, how they do work, and I'm always interested to see what people do and how they do it. So these videos are all B-roll that I sent to an agency, an amazing agency called Stoxies. They have some very talented people there, and I'm really lucky to be part of that. It's a co-op of photographers, and they're always looking for new talent. So if you think you got it, go and apply. You know, it's stock photography, but it's not your regular stock photography. It's, you know, you gotta be creative and try things in a new way, another way, and they pay a really good royalty. None of this like 5%, 10% cut. That's ridiculous. You know, you're getting at Stoxies, you're getting 50%. And what a group of amazing photographers! I got to tell you, really talented. So the other day, I photographed Poppy, my dog, my current dog, a lot. She's really talented. But here is something I shot and put together here on DaVinci. And she sees me, she comes down, and then she suddenly jumps up on the hood of the car. Let me play it for you. What a character. Let me play that one more time. Oops. Okay, one more time. There we go. She sees up on the car and it's like, hey, is this good? I'm like, yes, thanks for scratching the heck out of my car. Oh, I forgot to put my name on this. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to show you all the setup. And I usually play some nice music that inspires me. Otherwise, it gets pretty boring. All these dials and stuff. Now, look at these dials. This is craziness. There's dials for the exposure. There's dials for the color. And then there's a whole bunch of dials where you just dial yourself silly. Because video, at least the video I shoot, is it's called Cinema EI. It's Sony's highest quality. It's truly cinema. But when you shoot it, you basically get a flat image, like a pale flat image. There's no color. And then when you add it to the DaVinci here, it adds a LUT, or how can we describe it? It adds the color that should be in there with the Cinema EI profile. It's tricky. It's really tricky. But anyhow, I don't have to do a lot of work colorizing it, because the color, you know, it's all done in the camera. And of course, you have to have a good exposure. And then when you bring it in here, you just tell it it's Cinema EI, and then it puts it together. But then you have to tweak it, you know, slight tweaking. Like, for example, I really struggled with this this cloud, just an amazing cloud. There it was, moving across the sky, and everything fell into place. The the the, the contrast. See, none of this was put in. It was just grabbing it the way it is. And when I did that, I was like, okay, I want to tweak it a little bit, but nothing where it gets where it gets flagged, because if you overdo it, the Stockseas editors say, hey, listen, this is weird. You gotta make it good. I love clouds. How peaceful is that? Right. The video, when it goes into the stock agency, into Stockseas, there's no sound licenses these images, and then they put their own sound to it. So you never have to worry about sound. That's a big relief. But the quality of the image, that's where you gotta really concentrate on. So that's basically it for today. I just wanted to show you my setup and kind of bring you into my place. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And thank you for those who are watching the replays. I'm noticing a lot of people are watching the replays.